episode.
What's going on? What
That's such a great episode.
Which one?
Trouble with
Tribbles.
Oh,
Star Trek.
that's a classic. Yeah, classic. Probably one of the more popular episodes of the series in general.
Yeah, everybody knows that one.
They do. Even
I don't.
Well, you kids.
My dad was a Star Trek fan, so he watched a lot of Star Trek, and I think I just didn't want to watch it all the time.
It was really cheesy. I watched it because it was on rather than just like religiously watching it. It was either that or The Price is Right, you know. So it's like make a choice.
My dad did have the 4D chess thing.
Oh, really?
No idea how to play it, but he had one.
That's pretty hardcore. Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
We are here, and what a day! Operating into the late evening. Just a quick shout out to JP Domino for the follow, King Cuddles for subscribing for 6 months now, even if he says "kiss my butt." This is 2 weeks old. Alex32838 came by the other day when we were playing Call of the Wild. Mr. Goche, thanks for the follow. And Darth Plagueis 2 followed 54 minutes ago. So welcome for that.
Welcome.
Blanco, longtime viewer, first time follower. Oh, I love it. So welcome everybody. And to all you out there in listener world, thank you. We hit 1,000 listens on our Anchor / Spotify, all those audio services on the 7D Dungeons listening stuff. So if you're listening to us right now, the day after on a podcast form, hey, thanks. We appreciate you as well, even if you're not making the live sessions. So, yeah, Blanco, 1,000. I was blown away because we haven't even had that available for a full year yet. I don't think so.
So I can stop downloading it and then deleting it and downloading it again.
Yeah. You should stop now,
good,
so we
good.
can see our actual listeners. You know. So. So that's some good news. We're all thank you. We're happy as well. These guys love me so much. The other thing, it's getting closer. Midland Mall Comic Con. It's getting closer.
You're making me work.
Mike has been putting some stuff together. You're probably going to want to sit with him more than you would me if you're showing up. I've heard Cherry's going to show up, so that's exciting. I hope more from the community stop by. And when I need to confirm that we got everything. I think everything's going to be scheduled out, and we've got the times. So maybe next week. After the Bengals win the Super Bowl, we'll have the time schedules up there. So, and it's Valentine's Day next week. So,
who actually celebrates Valentine's Day on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, it's a Monday, right? Like, yeah. So
Friday before the restaurant's going to be packed.
Be right back.
Yeah, I mean, I think typically we've always went a couple weeks early or a couple weeks late or whatever, just to avoid the crowds. Yeah, because crowds suck. I hate going to a restaurant. Oh, that's going to be an hour wait. No, I could go buy a steak at Kroger and have it cooked up in that time. So, yes, I'm that instant gratification. What time, half-SS, what time is Grayson doing? Need to put it in my schedule.
That says hanging dong.
Hanging dong.
Wow.
Well, he'll be there. We'll be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So he can hang dong free.
I think the other half will be too happy me showing my dong in public.
Wow. That's how tonight's going to start. So yeah, Midland Mall Comic Con, B&B will be there. I believe Half-Ass, I think you're going to be hanging out some as well. We'll be there. We've got dice. You can't see them because the cameras aren't on. Let me switch this. Let's see. We got bags of dice. So to the first 100 that come through, and to those who will be playing in the sessions, so you get your first D20. It's an exciting time. There's going to be a costume contest, all that kind of stuff. So I will be exhausted by the time we leave out of there, and I'm sure Mike will be as well. Saw some subs come through. Thank you for those subs.
I'm looking at the times. I don't think we set aside any time to piss or eat.
We didn't. We didn't.
You guys are wearing spacesuits.
We are gonna just the gallon Ziploc bags, one on each end,
Closes
and
down
just
the legs.
Yep. We'll maybe we can get Fanboy Tone to break us. He can tell a yarn while we run off real quick, or at least feed us grapes while we play. So
I'll heal you a grape.
But yeah, so we got that. We won't have any of our merch there, but we'll have some business cards and different things where you can get links to that. So it'll be a fun time. Yeah, see, a bucket, and he can do that. So it's going to be a good time. Anyways, so that's what we got going on.
That's works. That's fun.
Got some new games coming out this week, so we'll be into those a bit. And we have a proper B&B this week. So you want to catch those guys on Wednesday. For sure. If you're not caught up on it, because this is D&D news, which we like to do on here, the Legend of Vox Machina cartoon / anime, whatever you want to call it, on Amazon Prime Video is the first 6 episodes are out, and it's done very well. It is not for kids.
It's amazing.
Very good.
Definitely not for kids. The fact that this was drawn from like an actual D&D campaign is just mind blowing, and the emotion and everything that goes in there. One of the best arcs from campaign 1 as well, the Briarwood arc. So check that out as well, because it's very well done. So Fanboy caught up
for somebody who doesn't like Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, well, the devil's advocate or whatever, you gotta accept the demon. Fanboy, you're caught up. Have you enjoyed it? I know you're aware of Critical Role, but I don't think you watched it a whole bunch. He's eating dinner now, and he's probably putting ketchup on a hot dog because he likes doing that. Anyways, all right, okay, and it was a Kickstarter, and it was actually a record-breaking Kickstarter. The most money ever raised for a show. It beat out Mystery Science Theater in history, so it was pretty cool. Yeah, I knew you watched it a long time ago. It's hard to watch because the episodes are so long. Anyways, we got a lot to get into, and I'm rambling. Let's get this. All right. So, where we left off last week, the party contemplated their roles within the city of Castle Verminia, and the 2 syndicates, or as Blaylock says, cults that are there, which one to work for and how to proceed. Galtier found his sister, who was in a state, and Blaylock fixed an old sign for an old man at the more seedy inn there. Where we left off, Arlo and Zorramir split off from the party to head toward the Fighters Guild, and the rest of them went about their business and ended their evening in the inn. So, we need to catch up on what Zorramir and Arlo have been doing. So on your way, is there anything you'd like to say or do before you get there?
Why you want to go to this place so bad, Arlo? It just seems interesting. It's a fighters guild. It's more curiosity than anything. So I just thought it would be kind of neat to go and see what kind of techniques, or maybe we can spar with somebody. I don't know. Just kind of interesting.
After all that we just went through, you want to get into more fights?
Well, it has been a couple days.
You're itching to get back at it, aren't you? What is this
Yeah.
Fighters Guild anyway? Is it
Pardon
everybody
me?
just fight each other? Is it just
I don't know. That's why I said let's go and check it out. I mean, we've got to wait until my sword gets fixed. So I might as well do something instead of sitting around drinking.
all right? I guess we can do that. Wouldn't be surprised if we run into Grayson there anyway.
True.
All right.
Yeah.
I was
There.
thinking that everybody's got a ranged weapon. So I'm thinking that maybe I ought to stop and pick up a ranged weapon. So if not, that beholder man kicked our ass, and I couldn't hardly get to him.
Yeah, you want to be able to take a step back from the combat there. You don't need those eyes grappling you and throwing you into the ground paralyzed.
Yeah. So I don't know. So we may stop back by the weaponsmith for the third time and see what they got. See what they got for some bows.
I mean, the place we just left.
Yeah. But we got to walk right by to go back the other way. So we might be able to.
We haven't gone too far. Do you want to go back there? Or should we just go to the Fighters Guild?
Yeah, might as well. Let's turn around and go back. It's just down the street here.
I just roll my eyes and swivel on the ball of my foot.
How many times have you been wishy-washy that I've been with you?
Never that I can recall.
Uh-huh. Okay.
All right.
So we'll go back.
You step back inside the shop, and the gnome working there seems to be a little annoyed as you've come back in and stopped work several times, and you see him just kind of stare to the ceiling for a moment and set the hammer down and climb on top of a few boxes and looks at you. Did you forget something?
I know. I'm back again.
Yes.
I just thought of something. So, what do you have in the way of so like maybe a crossbow or a light or a heavy crossbow?
I have all manner of crossbow. I have light crossbows, I have hand crossbows, I have heavy crossbows.
How much for a light +1?
Oh, let's see. Let me see if I even have one in stock. And you see him kind of get down and shuffles around and again grabs a rag and kind of wipes his hands off as he moves into the back, and you hear him throwing stuff around and stuff clattering on the floor. No, not that. And he moves it over to the side, and you hear him moving a big crate across the floor, just and there it is. And he takes it out and he brings out, and you see him holding a light crossbow, rather large in his hands and ornately carved, looks like made from fine wood, and he kind of holds it up. So this will run you about 1,500 gold pieces.
Well, This is Castle V, so prices are what they are. You would throw in some bolts with it?
Yeah, I can throw in some bolts, yeah. you do enough business here for sure.
Well, I would hope so. I mean, I'm going to be pretty poor by the time I get done with you.
Well, I don't want to say I hate to hear it, but don't spend outside of your means.
Oh, I know. But my friend here, he's got plenty of extra if I need it.
Excuse me?
Oh, yeah. We're friends, right?
I've already given this guy all of my money.
All right. So I pull the bag off the side of my belt and just throw a bunch of it down on the tabletop and just count him out.
So
1,500 pieces.
The coins splash across the counter, and he quickly gathers them up, and he grabs a bundle of crossbow bolts. I think there's like 20, and sets it on top of the crossbow, and there you go. Now,
Righty.
before I get back to work on the other items that you've left here, is there anything else I can get for either of you?
Well, I'll let you know, but right now, no. So,
Actually,
and I just looked down at him. What did you just say?
said, actually, you're reminding me. Hey, do you have any, out of the ordinary, something that might pack a little punch, some more, enchanted crossbow bolts there? I got some of the regular ones, but anything that packs a little extra pow?
Yeah, I might. Let me take a look. He goes, and you see him hop back down, and after he gets off the boxes, he just kind of stops for a little bit and just kind of 1,000-foot staring toward the back of the shop. And he takes a deep breath, and he works his way to and you hear him shuffling around in the back, and give me a second to look that up. All right. And he peeks his head out. How many do you need?
How much are they?
50 gold apiece.
Jesus. I'll take 1 sec. Take 10 of them.
Okay. And he comes out and he's holding this bundle of crossbow bolts, and they kind of spark a bit with energy. And he sets them up there. You guys have been doing a lot of business here. 400 will work just fine.
Well, I appreciate the generosity.
The condition, if I can work on your other things for a few moments.
You, sir, need yourself an apprentice, it seems like.
I really do.
Well, after we're done with our travels, I've been wanting to try and swing the blacksmith's sword hammer a little bit. Maybe you could take me under your wing. But that's
have you done blacksmithing work before?
At camp, taking some rocks and clanged them together and tried to sharpen my blade. I think I've done a pretty good job, if I do say so myself.
Sure, everyone's trainable.
Oh, me especially. I can guarantee you that.
And he just smiles at you and kind of taps his fingers lightly on the counter and purses his lips, and he's just his eyes are wide. Anything else I can get for you?
Oh, you want that? You want the gold? Probably. I'll throw it on the table, and
that would be nice. Thank you. Thank you. And he takes it, kind of scoops it in with the rest.
Grab the bundle of bolts and. One more thing.
Yes.
You have yourself a fantastic day.
You too.
Should be able to see you tomorrow, right? You should. Is that when the sword will be done?
I hope so.
Okay. Just checking. So, have yourself a great day. Thank you.
You too. And
We'll turn around and walk out.
And you're proceeding to the Fighters Guild?
Yeah. I'll look down at Zorramir. I think he really likes us. We could be friends.
All right. So you continue down the streets. One second here. You continue down the streets and far to the southwestern corner of Castle Verminia. It takes you some time to get down there because the city's quite large. You hear a little bit of noise coming from the Fighters Guild and some cheering here and there, but not a lot of activity. When you proceed down the street, you see large stone pillars supporting a marble roof, very ornate statues carved out within alcoves around the outside, and one central archway that leads into the Fighters Guild itself. There's some marble stone stairways cut leading up to those doors, and seems like it's a pretty open place.
You see anybody around?
You see people walking in and out.
Yeah. We'll walk up the stairs and see if I can find somebody to talk to.
All right. You walk inside, and you're kind of took off guard. It looks more like almost like a bathhouse rather than a fighter's guild, which you would kind of assume would be a little grimy and people fighting everywhere. The inside is fairly ornate. As you enter in, there's a central desk with an elf behind it. He has kind of a red tunic on. His dark hair has flicks of blue and purple in it. Behind him are three large doorways that are down some short halls. One to the, as you walk in, it'd be northwest, north, and northeast of the room. And he stands there patiently. There's a couple other humanoids just discussing and talking off to the sides.
Give him a nod in my head. Good day.
Good day. How are you?
Good. So me and my friend, we're just passing through. We're killing a couple days here. And can you? I've never seen a fighters guild before, but it's just interesting.
Oh, it is the peak of honor in Castle Verminia, a place where one can earn glory or defeat in valiant battle.
Do you battle to the death? Like, is it survival of the fittest type thing?
Actually, yes, it is a full arena, one of the only sanctioned legal to the death arenas in all of Drakenwald.
Really?
That's
When are the fights?
When are the fights? The fights occur all the time. If you choose to compete, we have schedules. We have 3 arenas. We have the Parahi, Fadaka, and Wura arenas. But there's order to all of this. You must earn your way through the arenas.
And how do you do that?
Why, in glorious battle!
How do I get into the arena if I have to battle first?
Well, you sign up as a participant, and we get you on the schedule for competing. And if you happen to survive through all 3 arenas, you will earn the title of Conqueror. no greater title is bestowed on anyone in Drakenval.
Oh, I like the sound of that. How many conquerors are there here?
In Castle Verminia themselves, there's 2?
2. Oh, Arlo, I think there could be 3 here now.
You would be a good fit for that, Zorramir.
So how does it work? Are we allowed to use weapons, or is it just hand to hand?
Weapons are allowed. No magic users are welcome. We can't have someone weaving spells. This is the Fighters Guild. Of course. We have, if you sign up, we have 2 fights a day. 1 fight in the morning, 1 in the evening.
What time of day is it?
Midday.
Okay. What about magic weapons?
That is fine.
Ooh.
And if you sign up, can you withdraw at any time?
Well, of course. You won't be refunded the entry fee, of course.
Entry fee being what exactly?
To start in the arena, Tier 1, it's a 100 gold entry fee.
What? 100 gold? Is everybody
I'm sorry, I was speaking on something else. It's 10 gold.
Read the correct notes.
My apologies. Yeah. My
New stuff
apologies.
is expensive around here, but jeez.
10 gold for the day. So if your fights occur both in one day, it's 10 gold. If they cross into a second day, it'll be 10 gold for the second day. Sorry, we have to have a daily fee, or else everyone would try to get access.
Why should I have to pay you extra for your logistical inabilities?
Oh, it's so much more than that. You see, by winning in the arena, you earn renown with the Fighters Guild, and we have access to some of the premier items, weapons, armor in all of Drakenwald.
Do we win those weapons, items, armor from the fights?
You have access to purchase them.
At a discounted rate, hopefully, compared to what the armorers can afford.
At a discounted
offer.
rate? Yes.
It just sounds... I don't know. You know, Zorramir, if you lose, you're going to the morgue.
Well, we do have some provisions for those situations. Based on the tier you would like to. We've had... You see, to the death arenas have been outlawed in most places. So to make it a little more appeasing to the royalty here, we've added a kind of an insurance program that you're willing to purchase.
And how much is that program?
Tier 1 is 100 gold. Tier 2 is 200 gold. Tier 3 is 400 gold. And Tier 4 is 800 gold.
So do I get more life at Tier 4 and not life at Tier 1?
Absolutely. Your value is completely taken into account. You see, at Tier 1, what happens is if you have the unfortunate incidents of falling in combat, one of our attendants will attempt to rush out to you and pour a potion in your mouth before you die. Now, we can't guarantee that they'll get to you in time or that they won't be killed by who you're fighting in general. Any unrestrained combatants. It's happened. We've lost a few attendants here and there, but so is the game.
So 110 gold.
200, the Tier 2, it's a little bit more. We have one of our healers that we keep on site cast Healing Word on you, barring that the unrestrained creature doesn't come and bite off your head or something of that capacity.
Oh, we're fighting creatures. I thought we were fighting other...
It's a little of both. And some of our combatants may still remove your head with their mouth.
That sounds quite terrifying. I don't know who you're allowing inside of the walls of Castle Verminia.
Well, to keep it
It's
interesting,
anybody.
we import our fighters in from all around the Forgotten Realms.
Sounds interesting.
Tier 3, a priest comes to you in your down state and attempts to cast Revivify if your god of choice chooses to bring you back into the world of the living. And the creature or combatant can be restrained enough for him to cast such spell.
And if we don't have a god?
Well, then the fates be with you.
Interesting.
And of course, tier 4 for our platinum package. Your body is taken to the Temple of Tyr ceremoniously in a parade-like fashion, honoring you, and the priests there attempt to reconnect your soul to the body. Only the best service, and it's 100% guaranteed.
But you said attempt to reconnect your soul. That doesn't sound like a guarantee to me.
It's, again, you're getting into that gray area of, do the gods want you to return to... I'm not a spiritual person. These are things that the priests tell me.
And every fight, to be clear, is a fight to the death? Even the most entry-level combats?
All of them have that risk. And they are all done solo, individually.
Look at Zorramir. Thinking about it?
10 gold. What's the prize we stand to win from the entry-level rounds?
Winning your 3 rounds in the Parahi Arena can net you first access to our Tier 1 shop with our higher-end items and armor for purchase, and awards you 300 gold and a waiver for entry into the Fadaka Arena.
10 gold for the chance for 300 gold. I do like the sound of that, Arlo.
Yeah. Probably ought to buy the healing package, just in case.
Well, one sec. Are our friends allowed to jump into the arena and try and save us?
Absolutely not. These are all signed. When you sign up, you will sign a document that says if any outside help occurs, then the guards can be called and you can be arrested for violating the rules.
Well, that just sounds cruel to me, but I guess a business must make money.
Well, imagine the chaos of anyone coming in and all their friends jumping over the side into the arena and helping them out. How is that fair? How would you like it if whoever you were fighting, their 3 or 4 friends hopped in to assist them?
Well, I would be victor, so I don't think I would care very much.
Oh, it sounds like you should throw your hat into our arenas then.
I will if you will, Arlo.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do at least the first tier.
Fantastic. You see him pull out a few papers and an ink quill and pen. So, first, the entry fees.
Swear to God, if this is the end of Zorramir.
It's 10 gold, right?
Yep.
Yep, 10 gold. So,
probably right, Mike.
So as you take the gold and set it on there, he each takes out a document you peruse over that basically says you agree to not use magic while in the arena. You agree not to no assistance from the outside stands, to fight fair, and that you understand that these fights are to the death, and that in the case of your death, your body will be removed accordingly. All of this is
Can I use my own healing potion?
No.
All right. When are we scheduled?
We can have you're both available for a fight this evening.
Works for me.
Yeah.
All right. Are either of you interested in the insurance package?
It's a little steep, but I suppose at least tier 1 would probably be beneficial.
All right.
That'll be the same here.
You see him shuffle around. He pulls out another parchment, sets it up on the counter, and begins thumbing through it and pulls a couple pages out. All right. The tier 1 100 gold package. If you'd like to make your payment.
Hand it over.
Slide it over.
All right. So he slides you a paper that says you agree that in the case of your untimely demise on the battlefield, that someone will rush to you and attempt to revive you with 1 healing potion, regular healing potion. No guarantees.
Sounds all right.
All right. Well, I would say, he looks at Zorramir, yours will be in 3 hours' time, and looks at Arlo, yours in 2.
I shall be here.
We thank you for coming to the Castle Verminia Fighters Guild. May the luck be in your favor and Tyr watch over you.
Oh, I am a halfling. Luck is always my favorite friend.
I hope so.
What was your name? I don't think I caught it.
I didn't give it. Thanks for asking. Othen.
Othen.
Then?
Othen?
Othen.
I'm the proprietor here. I own this place.
And my eyes appear to be a little blurry right now. What race are you?
I'm an elf?
Thank you. Well, come back at my designated time. Where is there an entrance I should go in? Do I get
You can
loaded up with shields and armor somewhere?
bring your signed document with you, and we will direct you to the proper arena at that time.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you. We'll see you soon.
We hope to see you in the arena. If you do get concerned and scared, there still are no refunds, but we thank you for your donation.
I'll be here. All right. All right, so should we hey, you know what we should do on our way back? We should stop by the weaponsmith, see the gnome. See if he still wants to be friends.
I don't know if he would appreciate that much, Arlo. I think I'm probably just gonna wander around until it's my time to fight. Get in the mindset a little bit.
All right, what would you like to do? Anything specifically, or you just want to wander around till it's time?
I'm just gonna wander around until it's time.
Okay. Arlo?
Yeah, I'm gonna just do the same.
All right.
It's only got a couple hours to kill.
During this time, the rest of you, is there anything specific that you would like to do?
I think we did everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought
'Cause we
we
can't-
filled in.
yeah,
They're
we
like
did our-
7 hours.
Yeah. there's nothing we can do. Not really.
Just toiling away on the old staff.
Failing on the infuser again.
Yeah, we gotta crank on this staff for a little bit longer with Leo.
Also, I forget if I ever actually explicitly stated I did this, but let's just say in the time until my fight, I will reattune to my braces of flying daggers.
Okay, that's fine. And for you, remember that you do not have Venom Strike.
I do not.
And for Arlo, you do not have you got an armor there and something else, right?
I've got that sword.
I have my armor there.
You have your armor there. Okay. So yeah,
Also, but
so you have you just have Harathir's bite there, right?
yes.
Okay. All right. The time passes, and Arlo, you come back. And walk in. Othin looks at you. I see you didn't get too scared.
No.
Well, fantastic. Zorramir, are you with Arlo?
Yeah.
All right. So
He has a map ready for it.
He probably says he knew I said last week we were going.
you have no idea.
Are you going to move me, or do you want me to move me?
I'll take care of it. Because there's a lot of moving pieces.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there are now?
So you walk up. Othin escorts Zorramir over to a doorway where you can go to a viewing area. There's you walk up some stone steps, and there's a single row of seats. It's not like a fighting arena where there's multiple seats, like a big event, but friends and such can watch as Arlo, you're led through an iron gate, and you see a large Goliath kind of pat you down, and he looks at you. Any potions?
No, they're in my backpack.
Leave backpack behind.
Okay. So I'll set it down behind me.
All right. You walk in. As you walk into the arena, the iron portcullis closes behind you. And you feel the stone of the arena. You can look around and see the blood stains on the floor surrounding you. And as you stand and wait for your opponent, you see the other end start rising, like the Rancor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And a large orc creature comes walking out, and you see he's got javelins strapped to his back, and he's carrying a long sword that kind of scrapes across the ground with each heavy footstep. And he takes one hand and just beats against his chest. And roll initiative.
Good luck.
I just look at him, stretch my neck. 15.
Okay. All right. You have initiative.
All right, so now I've never really done this, so because I listened to these guys. So now that I got my crossbow, it's an action, or is it a bonus? It's a bonus action to switch, correct?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna bring the crossbow out.
Okay.
Size him up, and that's not going to be good. 12.
You fire the shot off, and as he's coming toward you, he just turns one shoulder slightly to the side, and it just goes right past him, and you see it stick into the wall. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. He is going to come charging at you. Closing the distance, he comes in and makes an attack. And he misses with his first attack. And he hits with his second. For 15 points of slashing damage as he takes his longsword and slashes across your chest, opening him up, wounds. And he just stares at you and smiles, a big toothy grin. Okay. Your turn.
All right, I'll switch out to my longsword.
Okay.
So that'd be a bonus action to switch back, correct?
Yep.
And first attack is 23.
Okay, that'll hit.
Next attack, 15.
That misses.
And the third one is 22.
That hits.
$13 points of damage.
Okay.
And 13 points of damage.
All right. As you take your blade and cut into his flesh, you see the wounds open up. And he breathes in heavy. You're gonna die.
You better stop swinging like a girl.
And he goes in for attack, and that one hits. And that one hits. First one hits for 15 points of damage. Second one hits for 13 points of damage. And you see him, the rage builds up in him, and screaming out. He's going to action surge and take 2 additional actions. One is a crit, and the other one is a hit. What's the crit?
Make a DC 14 dexterity saving throw on a failed save if you're wearing leather armor. Its effectiveness, so you're not wearing leather. Oh, man. Quadruple damage and your AC is reduced by 1d8 for 1d8 rounds.
All right. So your D8. Your AC is reduced by 3. That could have been really bad.
Yeah, it could have been. Bad.
Quadruple damage. You take 72 points of damage. And then an additional 12 from the second attack.
Well, I was reading this. I thought this was at the end of your turn, but it's actually at the beginning of your turn for the neurotic damage off that sword. It's a 1d4 neurotic damage for each time I've wounded him.
Is it for each time you've hit or crit?
Yep. At the start of each your wounded creature, it takes 1d damage for each time you've wounded it.
Okay.
And it then can make a DC 15 con save throw, ending the effect of all such wounds on itself.
He takes 5 points of damage. And Constitution save, DC 14.
15.
15. Okay, he fails. So he's still wounded. And it's your turn.
So. Now that's bloody hitting it. I'm going to swing and hit him again.
Okay.
That's a miss. 11. Oh my god.
That's a miss.
17 on that one. And 26 on the last one.
That hits.
17 missed.
17 missed, yep.
Alrighty, that is 14 points of damage. And then I'm going to use my action surge. I'm trying to find so I can there it is. Click it. Alrighty. 28.
That hits.
15. And a nat 1.
All right.
I'll go ahead and do the damage for you from that one.
Yep.
13 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay. Winded, you cannot speak for 1d4 rounds. Hey, could have been worse.
Could have been way worse. So you can't speak for 2 rounds. All right. 4. He takes 12 points of damage from the Sword of Wounding.
Alright, because that was... I only hit you one out of that, didn't I?
One in the first one, and then one in the second round.
No, twice in the first, and then once.
Twice in the first one.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah, so I'm up to 3.
And he still fails his save. All right. You see he's bleeding profusely from his wounds as you slashed away at him. As you went in for one of the attacks, he raises a fist up and punches you right in the throat. You hear your voice box just crack, and Zorramir, you hear the sound of that action just kind of echo through the small arena. So he goes in for an attack, and he hits.
I'm going to use my Gifted Metallic Dragon, Protective Wing.
Okay.
Gives me +5 to armor. Would be 23.
All right. Second.
Wouldn't it be 20 because you have -3 on it right now?
I got 18 right now.
Yeah, see, plus -3. You lost 3 AC for how many rounds?
I still have 18. 18 plus 5.
Oh, you have 21 normally?
Yes.
Damn.
So what's that put your AC at?
23.
Okay.
I didn't catch how many rounds that was on that for the AC deduction.
I don't.
I thought I wrote it down, but I did not.
So that did cause him to miss.
Good.
Oops. Wrong dice. and missed his other attacks. As spectral wings come out and surround your body and form a protective barrier. His blows glance off. It's your turn.
All right, I'm going to use a bonus action, Fighting Spirit. That's going to give me 15 hit points. All right. Advantage. Nat 20.
Okay.
And next one. 24.
That'll hit.
And 22. So that's 3 more.
All right.
You want to do the crit first, or you want the other?
Yeah, the
It is double damage. And the target is blinded until the end of its next turn. So attacks are disadvantage.
Do I just add the total damage up on what it is, or do I just roll for it? Double damage.
you roll it and then
Roll
double the
twice.
dice.
It's 14 damage. So
Is
it'd
that
be
without
28.
without the
Oh.
modifiers?
I'm sorry, without the modifier, it's 9, so it'd be 18.
Okay.
And then add the modifier?
Yep.
It'd be 23 total.
Okay.
And then the damage for the other two is 8 and 15.
All right. So he's blind. He has disadvantage.
Since he's blind, then I can actually move. Then, and he wouldn't get an opportunity.
He does. It's disadvantage.
Oh, all right. Never mind. I'll stay where I'm at.
All right.
Then you got 6. Your rolling tally is 6 on your necrotic.
Okay. Does hit with his attack. And God, he can't roll a saving throw to save his freaking life. So he did hit with that one, and his next attack definitely missed. So you take 19 points of slashing damage. Doesn't look like it updated. Because you were at 90, you were at 97.
I'm at 93.
You took 19 points of damage.
Oh, I thought I put it on her. Hang on, man. 74.
There it goes. All right. Your turn.
How much damage did you roll for your 6 1d4s?
Let me look. There's a freaking lot.
Okay, I didn't know if you did. I didn't hear you say it. I was just
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah. 13.
Oh, you know what? I did take it off, Chris. I had 15 hit points because of my fighting spirit.
So does it?
It doesn't show me that. No.
Okay, so I'll add my 19 back in. There. All right. Okay, I'm gonna do bonus action. I'm gonna do Fighting Spirit again. 15 more. Word attack. First one. 23.
That hits.
Second one. Almost crit. 28.
That hits.
And dirty 20.
That'll hit.
15 points. 7 points. 15 points.
All right. How would you like to do this?
Man, I can't talk, can I?
Nope.
I'm just gonna jump up there and do a twirl around and just lop his head off.
All right. You run forward at him, kind of kick off his chest, and as you do, you kind of put the blade behind his neck and lightly grab the other end and just kind of pull it forward, and the head pops off and rolls across the ground as you land superhero pose and kind of look up at Zorramir.
Pointing out
What
I'll start
about
cheering.
his insurance?
I'll start cheering in the crowd. Woo!
There are a few people start clapping, and as they look down at you, and the gate behind you slowly creaks open, and you see the Goliath motioning you out as the other gate opens, and you see two small kobolds run forward and drag the body out of the arena.
Pick up my backpack and walk out.
All right.
On a sidebar, that long sword of wounding, that's badass.
I know.
That's first time I got to use it, so it's like, wow.
As you're leaving, someone comes up to Othin comes up to Zorramir. I believe your time is next.
What already? Okay, I guess now is better than then or never. Let's go for it. Am I gonna be fighting the same kind of creature?
Typically we have a variety. And he takes you into the arena.
AFK for a second.
Gosh, I'm scared. I look so small.
You do. Gotta zoom in. You can. The Goliath looks down at you, and you're only to his waist. And any magic? No potions.
I have these daggers, and I hold up my bracers. That's allowed, right?
Hey, he got these things. You see, come on. They are projectile. We'll allow them.
Good.
And the portcullis opens up, and you step through. And it slams down behind you as you hear the creaking open again. Arlo, are you going to go into the stands?
Yep.
You walk slowly up the stands and see Zorramir. He looks so small in an arena this size.
Kind of
And-
jump when the gate falls.
And the other end begins opening up. And you see a rather tall human woman adorned in ornate armor. And you see her with a rather large spear in one hand and a shield in the other, and she begins banging the spear against the shield. Ha!
I
Roll
bang
initiative.
my bracers together and give a far less intimidating. Rah!
All right. All right. Shoot
23.
initiative. Okay. All right. You've got the initiative roll.
I don't see her on the map.
Oh, I guess I should make her visible.
Okay. I am going to use my bonus action to steady aim to give me advantage on my attack. And I'm going to hold up one of my bracers and fire off a dagger.
Okay.
Almost. 29 to hit on the first one.
All right, that hits.
6. For 32 points of damage.
All right.
I'm going to hold up the second one and fire it off for 23.
That does hit.
I forget. Do I get the bonus
No.
+5 on the second one? No.
Nope.
Ooh, it's a 4. So 4 points of damage.
All right. Is that the end?
That is my turn.
All right. As the dagger sticks into her shoulder, she looks at you, and you see the dagger dissipate, and she's just left with a bleeding wound. She runs straight up to you.
Whoa!
Oh yeah, got some movement. And she's just got her spear out, and she thrusts her spear forward. And she hits. And hits. And hits.
Oh no.
You take
Waving goodbye.
14 points, 19 points, and 12 points of damage.
Okay. I'll uncannily dodge the 19 one.
Okay?
14 and 12. Okay. Ooh, wow, that drops quick.
All right. Your turn.
Draconic Insight is an... that's an action?
What's it say?
I guess it is under action.
I think it's a bonus action.
It makes more sense to me, but it's currently listed as an action. Treat it as a bonus.
Let me look. Yeah, because it doesn't make sense otherwise.
Okay.
Because you wouldn't be able to do a... you wouldn't be able to use an attack.
Oh, dang it. Okay. Do I have to use a bonus action to switch to my short sword?
Yep.
And I have disadvantage if I shoot my daggers from this close, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna use the Draconic Insight to give me a advantage, and I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna try and reach out with my new pointy fingernails and take a strong swipe.
Okay.
Oh, it was almost a 20. Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
1 point of damage.
No, that was to attack.
Oh, natural 1?
I rolled a 1. I rolled a 1 and a 2. Do I get to re-roll the 1 on an advantage roll?
What's your halfling luck say?
It doesn't specify on an advantage roll, I don't think.
I think it's to re-roll a dice. I don't.
Right.
Mike, do you know offhand? I think it just works.
Yeah, it should just.
It doesn't
if you
matter. I
roll
rolled a
one on
4.
your first. Okay.
So terrible.
Hey, at least it's not a crit fail.
Yeah. So you missed.
Yep.
All right. What else do you want to do?
I've used my bonus and my action.
All right. She comes up. You see a grin on her face as she dodges out of the way, kind of puzzled at why you're in the arena.
Hey.
Begins banging her shield on or her spear on the shield again. And she thrusts forward, arm locking into position. First attack. Hits. Second attack. Misses. Third attack. She takes her shield and slams it into you. So for the first attack...
Did the third attack hit?
Yes. You take 15 points of piercing damage on the first attack.
Okay, I'm gonna dodge that.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage on the third attack, and you need to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. 14.
All right. As she hits you with the shield, you fall flat and prone.
Love it. Awesome. This was a horrible choice. Okay.
It's your turn.
Come on, Zorramir!
Half my movement to get up.
Okay.
Alright. I'm so screwed.
Somebody's heart rate is pounding right now.
I'm happy I bought the insurance. I don't have enough movement to get further enough away where moving away matters. Alright. I'm gonna just bite the bullet on this one. I'm gonna use my bonus action to take out my short sword and then take a swing with that.
Okay.
Okay, 25 to hit.
That does hit. Arlo, you're watching this. Zorramir doesn't look great.
7.
Come on, buddy!
7 whole points of damage.
All right. Is that it?
Yep.
All right. She looks at you after you kind of cut her arm with your blade, and she takes the shield and shoves it into you again. She misses.
Okay.
Tries again. She hits.
Nope.
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage and make a strength saving throw
You only hit with 1 hit.
so far.
Okay.
12.
You fall prone,
Okay.
and as you fall on the ground, she takes her spear and stabs down at you with advantage,
Of course.
and that's a crit.
Oh, love it.
Oh.
Goodbye, Z.
Open defenses. The next attack made against you has an advantage.
Oh, could be worse.
It's not bad. You take 14 points of piercing damage.
Okay, I'll have that.
And it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to use another Harathier charge to give me advantage on the short sword swing.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, but I do okay. Oh, so that. Okay.
Tricky gave him a natural healing.
25. Thank you. What is that again?
40 points of health.
Oh, very much thank you.
25 does hit. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's the wrong roll. Ignore that one. Okay, finally connect good for 43 points of damage.
All right. As you stab into her and pull the blade out, you see blood gush from her wounds. Arrgh! She grits her teeth and looks down at you. Right? Is that it?
That's it.
All right. She bashes you with her shield. You need to make a strength saving throw.
Of course I do.
And you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
10.
Okay, you're knocked prone.
Hey.
Crits again.
You kidding me?
And hits with
Poor
the second
buddy.
one.
You aren't treating me as if I have no armor on, right? Because I do still have my armor on.
No, I'm looking at the AC that's listed here.
Okay,
It keeps it updated.
just making sure.
Double damage, and you receive another permanent scar to your face.
Oh god, you already have one!
Yeah.
He's missing part of his ear. He's got a scar. Now he's got another scar.
Love it.
All right, so you take 14 points of piercing damage from that attack. And
That's double damage?
that's double. Yeah, it was a bad roll.
Yeah.
As
I'll have that.
as the spear cuts across your face, Arlo, you're just seeing Zorramir being opened up here. And then you take another 16 points of piercing damage.
Hey.
And it's your turn.
Alright. Half movement to get up, and then another charge of Harathier, and then short sword. Man, I just can't roll anything good. 23 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
$39 points of damage.
All right. You duck inwards right under her shield and you ram the short sword up around her rib cage and pull it out as more blood gushes out from her wound. She's looking pretty hurt, but she also looks extremely angry.
Stop shield bashing me!
And that's what she's going to do.
Zorramir has inspiration too.
Thank you.
Oh, he's got.
Make a strength saving throw.
Oh, you asshole.
You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Natural 20.
Hey, you didn't get knocked down. As she smacks into you with her shield, you kind of back up a few. She hits again. Definitely hits. Make another saving throw.
Strength?
Yep.
Inspiration is advantage, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It didn't help. 13.
Okay, so you're knocked down. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
I can't make this up. She
Don't
just
you tell
crit.
me,
She
crit.
did.
What the bloody hell?
Yeah.
That's sad.
Hey,
Oh,
it's a
man.
fate of the digital
What?
dice.
Triple damage.
Goodbye.
We hope you don't die.
Oh, that's not good. Hold on.
Save my...
You just got boost of confidence.
Another thing? What
Tricky is
bo-
on your side.
Thank you, Tricky, so much. What is boost of confidence?
I'd have to look.
You feel really good about dying.
Final one. Let me see, because I don't have those memorized. Boost of confidence. 10 temporary hit points. All right. Let me get back to what I was doing. You take 48 points of piercing damage.
Definitely gonna use my dodge on that.
Okay.
That turn?
That's the turn.
Okay. Did I get knocked down that one?
Yep.
Okay. Last charge of Wrath here. And taking another swing. Natural 20.
Okay.
All right, slice tendon. Triple damage, and the target's speed is reduced to 5 feet until the end of the target's next turn.
How
Triple
would you like
damage?
to do it?
Oh, okay, I want to at least roll how
Triple
much
damage.
Okay.
All right, 54 points of damage.
All right. That'll be enough.
All right. I'm gonna put one hand on the shield, 1 foot on her knee, and lunge myself up and just take my short sword and jab it down into her neck.
All right. So you run forward, and as she thrusts out with her spear, you juke to the side, and she pushes her shield forward. You jump up on her shield and up into the air, and you can see a look of horror as you bring your blade down into her clavicle area, and it just sinks right in with right into her flesh. And as you got the momentum going forward, you keep a hold of your short sword, and you move past her, and it just pulls her down to the ground, and the sword pulls out as you kind of slide across the ground on your knees on the other side. And you turn and look, and you see a look of surprise and the life leaving her eyes as you see a robed figure come out of the portcullis at the back. And the gate begins to rise behind you, and you see the Goliath coming out to restrain you, and you see the robed figure begin casting a spell. What do you want to do?
I'm restrained, right?
Not at the moment.
What are you saying, Grayson?
Hecker dare! Kill that bitch!
No. Zorramir is going to summon something that's uncommon for him and shout out asking for healing potions.
Okay. And you see as the priest finishes casting the spell, you see her moving a bit and looking at you, and her eyes blink a few times as the Goliath comes and picks you up to where your feet aren't touching the ground, and he just says, "This way," and he carries you through the north portcullis as it closes down, and you look behind you and you see her kind of push herself up just a bit as the quietness. Arlo, you come down from the stands and you meet Zorramir. You see he's just covered in blood.
Give him a big old hug.
If it wasn't for the fate of the gods themselves, the community, he would have been in much worse pain.
It would have been very dead.
You're alive. So close.
Why?
Oh my gosh.
Why the hell did we do that? That was dumb. Oh, I need to go lay down.
Oh, come on, we gotta go. Look, I think we should just leave. We'll get you taken care of when we get back.
Wait, where's my stuff? Where are we? I need my stuff.
I'll go get his backpack.
Okay. He comes over and you grab his backpack and kind of toss it at him. It smells still, but it's Zorramir. Your backpack kind of rolls toward you as you still have some wounds that are bleeding.
We get a prize for winning those fights?
I don't know if we had to win all three, or I think we had to win 3.
3?
Yeah.
Wait, there was only one fight?
Well, for you it was like 3, just for you. I think you should probably not go to the second arena. Just saying.
I must have been seeing triples then.
He beat the holy hell out of you.
I have a headache.
Well, I would too if I had a shielded face every time you turn around.
Oh, that's what was happening?
Yeah. Shield face, you down, you get up, and it was just like rinse and repeat.
I felt like I was getting hit by a charging bull every time. Oh, let's get out of here. I don't like this place. Let's get some food.
So we'll see Othin on the way out.
So as you walk out, Zorramir with a bit of a limp. Arlo, you notice he's got a fresh open wound cut across his face. At this point, he's becoming kind of scary looking just from sheer wounds on his face. And you pass by Othin. Well done. Shall we schedule your fights for tomorrow, both of you?
I have nothing to prove.
Can I sub somebody else in my place?
I'm sorry. If they would like to compete, they can come compete.
Do I get partial prize money for winning one fight?
That's not how it works here. You do have to complete all 3 fights.
You almost killed me.
They don't have to be back to back, but you will be charged the fee for coming back in.
I don't think it's for me.
Let's just go, Z.
All right.
Thank you for your time, Othin. I appreciate it. It was a thrill, more for me, but not much for Scarface here.
Do you not want to fight in the arena?
I think I'm gonna just kind of pass right now. We need to heal up a little bit.
Well, if you'd like to come back and continue, we do have, or if you'd like to walk by, I can take you over to the wares to show you what you're fighting for, if you'd like to see.
No, I need to get out of here. You can, Arlo, if you want, but
I'm good. I love this sword. So, thank you for your time. It was a pleasure, and we'll just turn around and walk out.
Hope to see you soon.
I don't.
Well, I'll take you back to the den.
Okay. So you walk along the dark streets. Night has definitely set in as you kind of limp forward.
Zorramir, why don't you take a healing potion? Just take a small one.
No, we aren't in any danger. I'll just sleep up tonight.
Famous last words. Okay.
The streets here at night seem colder without the activity, the busyness of the streets. Every now and then you pass a guard, but they're not nearly as productive as during the day. Your footsteps almost echo against the stone buildings as you walk, and you see an occasional drunk person passed out along buildings, and the shadows creep from all directions from the faint firelight that the city streets provide. You can hear occasional voices and steps in the dark corners as you continue through the town. After a few moments, you hear a commotion from one of the alleys, and a small child runs out from the alleyway and collapses in front of you, crying, My mother and father, someone is hurting them. I don't want to be an orphan. And you can see cuts on his face and arms, and he just sobs uncontrollably as he looks down the alley.
I'm going to flip my goggles down and look down the alley.
Looking down, you can hear shouting, and you see it looks like a man standing over a woman. You see her hand raising up in the air, and he's standing over the top of her about halfway down the alley.
So I'm gonna yell out real loud for the guards and proceed down the alley.
Okay. You shout out, Guards! Guards, help! And you head down the alley toward this figure. And Zorramir, what are you doing?
I'm going to shout out, Hey, what are you doing down there? And start hobbling over.
Okay. As you proceed down the alley, and you can hear in the distance, it sounds like the guards are on their way. You see the man and the woman struggling, and she's kicking at him, and you see him pull out a blade, and he begins bringing it down toward her as she begins sobbing uncontrollably.
I'm going to shout out sword.
And as I'm running down, I'm going to tackle him, grapple.
Okay. So as you run forward, you both start running, and immediately there's a bright flash of light under your feet. Your eyes are drawn to it. It almost blinds you as the green illuminates the alley, and you feel your muscles begin to seize, and your bodies tumble end over end as you've been running forward. And as you lie there, unable to move on the ground, the woman stands up from the shadows as the man slowly lowers his blade, and they slowly walk toward you. In the darkness, their silhouette is cut out, and as they get close, a gentle light from a nearby doorway illuminates just the lower parts of their face, and you see a smile cross their faces as your eyes close and you fade into darkness.
And that'll be all till tomorrow.
The rest of you...
Wait, what?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Arlo and Zorramir don't return that evening. You don't hear the commotion of them coming into the inn.
We were heading towards the Wolf's Head anyway.
Okay.
What the?
Yeah, that is how we ended last time.
Oh yeah, you were heading because you were going to dinner. My bad.
We were going to dinner and meeting up with what's her face.
All right, and that was happening at like 6-ish or whatever. So Arlo and Zorramir would have been in the arena still. All right. Took me a while to remember all that. Funny chat. You guys are cracking me up. The rest of you enter into the Wolf's Head Tavern. Nope, not that one. There we go.
It's too happy.
Considering what just happened. You enter inside. Galtier, you look around for your sister, and as of right now, you don't see her there. You don't see a familiar minotaur or elf resting at the bar, but the bartender sees you and nods you inside. Callister, what can I do for you?
We're going to need that room again upstairs, and food, please. And if you happen to see our other two compatriots, please send them up.
Not a problem. And what kind of food are we talking about? How big of a meal? How many people?
6 in total. Well, no.
It'd be the 5 of us plus the gnome.
Your sister plus Gilly.
Technically, she doesn't know to go up to the room, so if she does come to the bar, she's just gonna be down the bar or down the tavern. So I'm actually going to wait for a little while down the first floor before going up to the room.
A platter for 7, please.
7. All right. And you see him kind of look down. It's gonna be probably about 5 gold. You want a small keg of anything, or how would you like to handle the drinks?
Bottle of your wine, please.
1 bottle of wine, that's it?
For now.
All right. And he, be 2, a whole bottle. Probably looking about a gold for a bottle. So 6 gold altogether. Food, room.
I put down 8.
As you wish. We'll get right on it. And he slides a key over to the same room. And goes back to the kitchen, begins working on the meal.
All right, Galtier, you know where we'll be.
Yep,
I'm assuming Gilly
check in
will
with you
meet
guys.
us up there.
Right now, you don't see her.
I'll keep an eye out for her as well, in case she doesn't come up there immediately.
Okay.
Shall we, Blaylock?
Yes, let's not crowd the meeting room down here. Instead, wait for her upstairs.
All right. So you walk into the room up there, and it seems like it's left in the same condition you left it. No one else has been here. After, what do you want to do? Anything for a few moments, or?
Just some conversation, I guess.
Yes.
All right. So you kind of chat for a bit, and not long, Callister comes up with a few trays of some roasted chickens and potatoes and some carrots, and kind of lays them out for 7 people and sets down the bottle of wine. And, well, is there anything else I can do for you?
I think that's it for now.
All right.
You have been most gracious. Thank you.
He kind of a mocking bow and looks at you and, as I can. If you need anything, you know where I'm at.
Thank you, Callista.
And he steps downstairs. Galtier, a few moments later, you see Gilly come inside as it's been 30 minutes to an hour after you've arrived. You saw the Callister taking the food upstairs, so you know the food is there and warm.
I'm gonna go up to Gilly and say, we've been waiting for you. We're upstairs in the
Well, me! Look who's here!
Hope you're hungry. We got food up there.
I do like me some vittles. I had to.
So Grayson and Blaylock will meet you up in that room. We're just waiting on the rest of our party and one more.
She slaps her hands together. All right. She heads upstairs.
I'm gonna wait there like 10, 20 minutes and then head up.
Okay. She heads inside the room. Well, if it isn't that Harker and the cow again, how's it going, boys?
You can drop the facade.
Oh, I can't have any fun with you.
Please make yourself a seat at the table.
She pulls the chair out and sits down. A few moments later, Galtier, you see your sister kind of sheepishly enter into the inn, kind of look around. She's dressed in a dark cloak covering top part of her eyes. You just see the bottom part of her face. Clothes are generally met where she can stay hidden if she needed to. And she kind of looks around quickly and begins to turn and leave.
I'm gonna go over to the door and try to stop her.
Are you saying anything to her or reaching out?
I'm gonna reach out, but I'm not gonna say her name. Just because, she's trying to say hello.
As you touch her, she flinches and looks back with a sideway glance. Oh, Galtier, I didn't see you. I figured you had went somewhere else.
No, you're fine. I tend to blend in with the crowd. We have a room upstairs with food.
Well, if it's not a bother.
No, it's not. I'm glad you came.
She kind of skulks behind you and, well, following you as always.
Okay, let's go. Now lead up to the room.
All right.
By the way, on your travel here, you didn't see a halfling and dragonborn anywhere, did you?
I saw several halfling and dragonborn, but none that
None from our party that you recognize that have saved you?
Is there any identifying marks or?
Well,
the ugly as fuck.
The guy has all the scars on his face and horns.
And scales.
The one guy has horns growing out of his skull. It's that's the halfling, by the way. It's not the dragonborn.
I can't say I was looking. I was keeping my head down.
Yeah, it's fine. They're probably somewhere off getting in trouble, those two.
Not a good town to be doing that in.
Seems to be their motto.
Might be. Well, it's unfortunate. Maybe they'll find us later.
The bartenders keep an eye out for them too when they come in, so let's go up for now.
Okay. You enter in the room, Blaylock and Galtier. You see Galtier come in, and then behind him,
I see myself.
Blaylock. Did I say that?
You did.
Okay,
You
you
did
see
say
Galtier.
Grayson.
Yeah, Grayson and Blaylock. You see Galtier come into the room, and behind him, a dark cloaked figure.
I stand up and I'll pull the chair out for his sister.
It is good to see you again.
Yes, sorry. It still feels awkward.
Quite understandable, Melu. You were in quite a predicament.
Yes,
And
I'm
I am
sorry for what
sorry.
I might have done.
Well, with what we found down there, you can't really say you were in your right mind. Sorry for your loss.
Yes. I just, I have Galtier now. That's the only family I need, I guess.
Well, Galtier is now part of our family, our little family here. So that makes you part of our family. And I'll take my flask out that has the fine elven wine and pour some.
And a welcome addition.
You can trust them, Melu.
And while you can't see her eyes, looking at her, you just see a couple tears come down her cheeks. Thank you.
Please, eat.
And she slowly starts picking at the plate. This is a lot better than the food at the boot.
Doesn't take much to
Yes,
get a
you
lot better.
won't be staying there. You won't be staying there anymore.
Oh, Hugo's not that bad.
I still hate you for that.
He's kind and he can use the help.
Are you being paid for that help?
He lets me stay there for free.
Right. In the morning, we will get you some new clothes. I will get you a job. Somewhere that you will feel safe. Trust me. You will stay with us.
You don't have to do this. It's just enough
not
What
a
is
problem.
family for?
for running from city to city for our lives and then hiding. Isn't that what family's for?
Young lady, I am done running.
She slowly pulls her hood back along her shoulders and see her hair's a mess. It really looks like she probably hasn't bathed in a while, and some little bits of dirt on her forehead.
Oh my. We will definitely have to take care of that.
She brushes a strand of hair out of her face and... Sorry, I don't think much about my appearance.
Well, when you're staying at the
Right.
old boot and trying to stay low, it's one of the last things you really worry about, isn't it?
Yeah. I guess so. And she...
So I take it there was no sign of the other two? As I turn to
I didn't
Galtier.
see them. Hopefully they come in and he points them up to us.
Well, Gilly, at this point, I'm sorry that the entire party is not here, but majority rules, and we will tell what's best for the rest of the group.
Well, that's fine with me, as she takes a bite out of the small quail or chicken there that before. I tell you, Callister does his work. This is pretty good. But I guess you're probably ready for business. No time for chatting. You had your little reunion.
Well, you know, I've had contracts with your syndicate before. I have never failed at what I said I was going to do. And if this grants us an audience, then so be it.
Well, it's really a simple task. I think you'll have no problem considering, and I can help as much as possible. And she gets up from the table and walks over and closes the door to the room. And for her privacy, and she sits at the end of the table and sets both elbows on the table, looking at all of you, leans forward. Now, what I'm about to tell you is strictly secret. Word of this gets out and it'll cost you all. Grayson, you know we have pull. Do I have your confidence?
You do?
As you know, we don't necessarily see eye to eye with the children of Iota. And they have stolen something of ours and donated it to the local temple. We need that item retrieved. We want no harm. She puts her hands up. No harm to the people there. But you especially know the price of theft. So it needs to be done as clandestine as possible. If you can retrieve this for us, we can get you entry into our chambers, and you can begin working towards that audience that you so desire with the king.
So you want us to break the laws of the city?
I wouldn't put it as breaking the laws of the city, as borrowing something that was ours to begin with.
You do realize that we are not petty thieves.
And I can assist you with this. I don't expect you to just be sneaking in, gutting those that you find. But there are other ways to find your way into places. And she reaches down and opens a pouch she has and starts pulling out, much like a magician pulling the rope out of a bag. It's you can tell she has a bag of holding, and she pulls out an ornate robe. We have secured some priest robes. You'll be able to masquerade as one of those. And you'll be able to gain access. Retrieve this book. Walk in, walk out. No problems.
Why would this temple have this book?
Well, are you familiar with Tyr? The maimed god himself?
In name alone?
Well, the priests there feel that certain books of the people of Verminia and Drakenwald are dangerous because it encourages them to have open thinking and open minds instead of relying on the gods. So the children of Iota stole this book from us, donated it to the temple priests, and they put it in their archives away from the people. We just ask that you return it.
You said this god's name was Tyr?
Yes, Tyr.
I guess my only question, just because you've procured priestly robes, I know how temples are. They don't know all faces.
Yes, but see, you are in luck because there's currently a traveling troupe of priests that came in to worship at the temple. So there are a lot of unfamiliar faces right now. That won't be a problem. Your face may be a problem. Nothing that someone skilled could hide.
Do we know how many are on site?
Unfortunately,
they have this book locked up. Are there guards?
From what I know personally, they don't station city guards there. There's never been violence at the temple. It's a peaceful place. Many people walk in and out of the temple all the time to worship.
What religion is this temple?
It's a temple of Tyr. Tyr is the god.
Oh, okay, so they're taking a book. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm trying to figure this out. All right, so the Temple of Tyr has commandeered or been donated one of their own books.
No. The Order of the Sun and Moon have a book that was taken by the children of Iota and donated to the Temple of Tyr to be locked away in their archives.
Okay, so what is the book we're looking for?
You haven't asked that yet.
Supposedly.
Okay, no, I thought that's what the book was, a book of Tyr.
No, sorry.
That's why I was confused. I'm like, why would we be taking a book that belongs to them?
The book is called Darkness Within, A Story of Loss.
Any unusual descriptions of this book?
It's simply a book. It's red backing, bound, very old. The pages have probably started to fade a bit.
And once we get this book,
once you've acquired the book, you can meet me back here, as always.
How long do we have on this job?
Well, you have probably 3 days till the traveling priests leave. that would be your best opportunity.
Temple, is it open day and night?
Mostly during the day. They do close up in the evening.
Gaultier, Blaylock, any questions? Concerns?
Why would I bother stealing a book from another cult to facilitate a cult of another name?
Because we have access that you want, correct?
How long is it going to take before we get audience with the king? You said start working towards.
It's a matter of trust, friend. This is but a simple task.
Why would you trust a group of people willing to steal something?
Sometimes jobs have to be done. We could always, if you're not up to it, you don't want the audience with the king, we could always hire the Silent Steps to procure it for us, though it might be a bit more violent.
Do I notice if Melu reacted to that at all?
Make a perception check.
+1, let's go! 18!
She did not flinch.
Okay. As far as questions go, Grayson, you hit most of them. I think the only we are going to do is we're going to spend a day scouting out the temple. Try to get... Jeff plans this temple.
Plans? A map?
Like, yeah, map of the temple when it was being built so we can see a layout of it.
I do not.
Are you able to procure?
I leave those things to you. I wouldn't be in the temple if those bastards from the Children of Iota hadn't given our stuff away. So what say you? Partners?
If you think we can do it, Grayson.
Here's what I have to say about that. We will agree to do this. But if we were not able to get this book for you, I don't normally plan thefts, so we're not exactly experts on this. If within the 3 days we do not get this book, then I want to plead my case.
Not a
I
problem.
have not failed you in the past, but you're asking a lot from a group that does not do that.
The Order
We will
understands.
try to do this bloodlessly, but I can make no guarantees.
We understand. And we accept. But I think you'll be successful. You've always been resourceful, I hear.
Killing undead and stealing something from inside of the main temple.
Borrowing. Retrieving, as it were.
Either way, two different matters.
Agreed.
Then I guess we have much to discuss.
And I'm sure on retrieval of the book, we can come up with some kind of reward. But do we have a deal?
As long as you agree to my terms on this, that if we can't retrieve it within 3 days, we find another solution.
No bloodshed.
No bloodshed.
Perfect. How many robes will you need?
6.
We have 3.
Well, then I guess we'll need the 3.
She pulls them out, keeps pulling them out of this small pouch on her side and sets them on the table.
I place them in my bag of holding.
And remember, no word of this to anyone outside of your circle. Took a great risk even speaking about it in front of her. She nods over at Melu.
I am a man of my word.
Well, then I guess our business is concluded. I look forward to welcoming you to the Order.
Just nod.
Anything else from me?
I think we've had enough, Gilly. Thank you.
And she rips off a piece of breast meat from the small chicken and one of the legs, and kind of finagles the door with her foot and pushes it open. Yeah, y'all come back. You hear? And slides out of the door.
I go and shut the door.
Door
I want
closed.
to take a quick glance and see if I see Zorramir or Arlo.
You look around from where you can see, and you don't see them.
All right, I shut the door.
All right.
Not the greatest. I do agree.
No, not at all.
But like
We
I said,
are
Blair
getting in
Black,
the middle of a feud between two rival cults.
I understand where you're coming from. But the devil I know beats the devil I don't. And both of them are offering what we want.
Stealing a book was not what I was expecting the task to be, though.
I am no thief. I could not sneak into an empty room without somebody noticing a giant minotaur
I
prowling
understand. I am very light on my feet, as you know, and we definitely have Zorramir.
True.
We do need to at least get a look at the temple, see if maybe we can't find where they're storing the book.
What I can do is I can provide some bracers for you that will keep you invisible for a time.
Are they something that can be put on at any time, or do they have to be activated as soon as you put them on?
At any time, you could use the item 10 times per day.
That would definitely help as we at least look to see where the book is. I'm very upset that Arlo and Zorramir did not show.
This seems like a job for Zorramir.
I would agree. I just hope that they didn't get thrown in jail.
With Zorramir, that is always a concern.
Did you, Galtier, did you tell us that your sister knew about this, the silent steps?
I think all I did was ask you if the silent steps meant
If I'd
anything
heard
to
of
you.
them.
Yeah, I don't think I told you it involved Melu.
Okay. Then I will bring that up. Okay.
And we could also utilize the cloak of the bat. And someone could come in disguised as the bat.
Well, we need to figure out how the layout of the temple is. Like I said, I'm not any happier than you are about this. I'm not a thief. But at this point, we don't really have any other options.
The length we have to go to, if only they knew, and I'm not saying we tell them, the importance of us meeting with the king.
Fortunately, I believe both Kithrin and Jaina are only out for themselves. If the children of Iota is dealing with anything as bad as what the sun and the moons are with that beholder, then I would assume the king is taking some very piss-poor advisement.
True. When would you like to go and scout out the temple?
Well, I did promise this little lady here some employment, some payable employment. I think Preston could use a hand at the bar, and we all know he seems to be tough enough to keep his eye on her.
True.
This
Melu.
lady is in
I
well need of a bath and pampering.
I don't want to be a bother. I can find work at Tindra's Den. Just haven't made it there yet.
Let's stray away from such an endeavor.
It's just just meeting all of you, and really haven't had a good history.
If it was a bother, we would not have offered. You are a friend or sister of Galtier, and thus you are like family to us, and we will take care of you.
We can rent you another room.
You have some information that we might find helpful. You were with the children of Varsith for a while. On top of that, you were with the Beholder for a short period of time, longer than we were. You might have some useful information.
I don't have much, but you can ask.
Well, why don't you just tell us what you do remember? We'll start from there.
I remember being taken A lot of where we were going was kept dark. So we would travel in carts of some sort. I remember.
Do you know why they were? I'm sorry. But do you know why they were building ships?
They have this plan. They were going to spread their message throughout Drakenwald, and with the Black Wall being what it was, they couldn't leave the desert. They made a deal with someone. They were getting fresh wood shipped in. They wanted to build their own ships, something that represented Varsith, so that when people saw them, they knew who they were. They had started capturing slaves to row for them. Fleets upon fleets. They worked with dark magic. There were things. I don't know what they planned with their end goal, but it was just evil. They only kept me around because I was entertaining.
Well, you had some skill. They kept you alive.
I
in their arena.
Parents told us that we should never be defenseless totally. Learn how to fight. Stand up for ourselves. You remember that, don't you, Galtier?
Of course I do. That's how I got to where I'm at today. You've taken a different route.
Well, when you have to steal to eat, when you're locked in a cell with others, and you may have to kill to get the one piece of food that they leave in your cell. When you feel your hands tighten around the neck of another, you watch the life leave their eyes. You stare into them, knowing that you're going to live one more day, but they are not. Something changes inside of you. Makes you different. But inside the Beholder's lair, it was a blur. It wasn't there for long. At least didn't feel long. It's only glimpses, really.
Definitely a nasty place. Beholders, mind flayers. I'm just hoping that they didn't take control over more people. What we found in that book was not very forthcoming, but it was definitely not good news. I'm trying to remember. There was like random names and shit, right? There wasn't anything like, it just said that they had taken over some mines.
Yeah.
It wasn't a translation thing. It was just scribbled.
Yeah, there just wasn't much in there.
Well, fill your belly. We'll return to the den, get you cleaned up, get a room for you. In the morning, we'll take care of some stuff.
Hopefully
Maybe
Arlo
have
and
Gold
Zorramir
tier.
are back by then.
Yes. And not exactly happy that they did not show up.
Why don't we have someone do some scouting tonight?
Well, you heard her. She said most of them were. The temple was closed at night. I don't want to tip our hand too soon if we don't need to.
I'm sure that a bat, nondescript, would not pose too much of an alarm. Mr.
Did you feel
Gaultier
up to
here is quite adept at being a bat.
Well, I'm sure he wants to get his sister settled first.
Mm-hmm. I'd rather investigate during the day first than night. That night as well, to see what a full day looks like at the temple.
What if we were to ask Glitterhorn? Shinehorn? Dazzled Horn?
Hold on. Shimmerhorn.
Shimmerhorn to take us on a tour of the temple.
I don't know if Shimmerhorn is even part of the temple.
I believe Shimmerhorn.
They just said that they donated the book to the temple.
I thought Shimmerhorn was part of the Temple of Iota.
Shimmerhorn? That's the
No, she's
temple's
part
not
of the children of Iota.
The temple has nothing to do with it.
The temple is something different.
It's a temple of the.
How many cults we got in this freaking town?
At least 7.
You have the Temple of Tyr, which is an actual temple. It's a god. And then you have the 2 syndicates.
And the Fighters Club. That's a cult. They're a cult right now. That's a cult.
I'm having a very difficult time wrapping my head about the intricacies of these large cities.
It's a lot to take in, Layla.
And we have to be aware that the suns and moons might be watching us. So if we went and started talking to the children of Iota, that could be bad omen.
They are looking for discretion and scouting. What better way to scout than to take a tour of the location? However,
not with the enemy.
I can see how that may be perceived poorly.
We need to red notice this stuff.
This situation screams of Zorramir. We should wait for him to return, at least until to see if he is up for the task.
It would be more beneficial if Zorramir here. Melu, would you be interested in helping us? Use your light on your feet as well.
It's a lot of responsibility. I'm not sure that that's best for me.
Probably not, but you're here. You're one of us. Like your input as well.
She looks at you and again says, considering. She kind of hits you in the leg with her leg.
That's my shin, lady.
I probably shouldn't.
Right, sorry.
This doesn't sound like something I would be good at. Besides, it sounds like you just to put the robe on and walk inside.
If only it would be that easy. Something tells me that it isn't going to be quite like that. But like Grayson said, we'll get you a job at the other tavern. Can't remember his name. Sorry.
Oh, Preston at the Broken Spoke.
Yeah.
I've worked with him in the past.
Met him my first day here. He's vulturous man.
Boisterous?
Yes, boisterous. Vulturous. I like that one better now.
He preys on the dead.
What?
Yeah. He always seemed nice to me.
Wait, what?
It's okay. We're just poking at you. You're all right. We got you.
Well, shall we?
Sorry.
All right.
Let's
Laylock,
go.
if it makes you feel more comfortable, you and I can go in after we get Melu settled. At least check out the temple area. If that would make you feel better.
I can also help
Yes.
to check it out. Biddle. Do you want to check out the temple in the morning, Blaylock? You zoned out there for a minute. Is the food that good?
I am. Is the temple open to commoners to prowl about?
It's a church. I'm
Yes,
pretty sure
but-
anybody's welcome.
I would have rather stayed away from prowling about, but if it's just an open to the public, I suppose what harm can be done?
Then it's settled. Let's go get Melu a room.
All right. So you all get up from the table, begin heading towards Tindra's Den. Arlo and Zorramir. Roll up new
We're still alive?
characters. No. You both blink, awake, and you look around and find yourself in a darkened room, bound in a chair. In the distance, you hear faint drips of water, and a single torch burns in a sconce on the wall, dimly illuminating the area. Arlo, you can see Zorramir on the other side of the room, facing you. You're not gagged, but you are tied to the chairs.
Zorramir.
Where the hell are we?
I don't know, but I'm gonna say we were set up. Just going out on a limb.
Yeah, think? But why? Were they following us? I didn't notice anybody else around us.
I don't know, but that little kid, he played it all pretty good.
Yeah, if that was a little kid, I guess.
It's true. I don't know, man. This is not good. I hope maybe we didn't piss somebody off in the Fighters Guild. I mean, I don't know what they would want with us. We haven't done anything.
Oh, I wouldn't say you haven't done anything. You hear coming from a shadow in the room.
Who are you?
Do I recognize the voice?
You do not. From the shadows steps out a fairly tall human woman, long white hair that flows over her shoulders, a bit older, and you can see it's pinned back with a small tiara with a sword and shield emblazoned on it. And I would say your names have come up several times.
Where? When?
We don't know anybody. We haven't done anything since we've been here.
Mucking good adventures, I believe. You hear from the other side of the room.
Do I recognize that voice?
No.
That's the Minotaur. That's his business.
And the male figure steps out into the light. He's bald and has scars cut over the top of his head, a white goatee, some age to him, human.
What do you want with us?
Oh, justice would work.
Justice for what?
Oh, the crimes. The crimes that you've... Surely you know what you've done. The woman gets closer to Arlo. You stare into her face. Why don't you tell me what happened in the desert?
I got sand in my boots.
She smiles. And like lightning, a fist comes and punches you across the face. Blood splatters on the floor. Now, let's try again. Why don't you tell me what happened in the desert?
Why don't you just go and jump off a bridge? I ain't telling you anything. You're lucky.
And
Unbound
again,
me. Let's talk about it.
another fist.
Hey, stop hitting him.
You have a problem with her hitting him?
Yes, he's my friend.
And the bald gentleman comes over and he leans forward. And as he does, he places his hands on the tops of your legs. And you just feel these sharp objects start digging into the flesh in your legs, and you feel the warm blood running from your leg.
What do you want from us? Why are you doing this? Who are you with?
You should keep better companions. You run around with one like this.
You're speaking in riddles. Just come on, tell us what you want.
Oh, Temperance. Ask him the questions. She leans down to Arlo again. I want to know what happened in the desert and in Portstown.
Think we orchestrated Portstown?
I think you were working with other parties than the party you should be working with.
The evil that came, you think we're in cahoots with them?
Oh, I think you've chosen the wrong sides already.
What side do you think we're on exactly?
And you feel a sharp pain as the man brings his closed fist against your face. I think I would be careful if I were you.
You haven't said anything but vague riddles. Say something specific.
Let me ask this small one, since this one won't talk with me. What do you know about him?
About Arlo?
Yes.
Gosh, where did we meet Arlo?
Breckenfjord.
Yeah, the cave, the Breckenfjord, the cave under Breckenfjord. He was working with the mercenaries.
Right. We were clearing caves in Breckenfjord, and we came across them. And he's come along with us, and he's been nothing but helpful to us the whole way.
You just decide to let him be around you. No questions about where he came from, why he's here.
Oh, don't get me wrong. We had to earn his trust along the way, but he helped
Trust.
us. Sorry. Our trust. Tired brain. But he fought alongside us. He helped keep us alive.
She turns toward Arlo. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us? And sets a hand menacingly on Zorramir's shoulder. Arlo?
Unless you want to be more specific, I've been roaming for the last 5 years. I don't have a home anymore.
What happened to your home?
It was ran over and sacked and destroyed.
She looks at you, takes a full fist into Zorramir's stomach. I
So help me.
recommend
No. So help me. When I get out of here, you're going to be the first one to die.
Zorramir.
Mark my words.
The room grows dark as the bald man clocks you over the head. Arlo, you see Zorramir's head droop down.
Clocks me over the head?
Yeah. So, Arlo, you see Zorramir head drooping in the chair. Blood seeping from wounds in his legs as the two come closer to you. Threats won't get you anywhere.
Just speak what you want.
Why don't you tell us where you've been?
Been on this island for the last who knows how long.
Nothing else. She turns.
Unless you want, just tell me what you want. What you're speaking of.
She turns and looks at the balding man. Well, Drura, I don't believe he's going to tell us anything. Maybe we should just seek vengeance on our own. And he looks at you and gets right up in your face. What have you done?
I don't know. I've done a lot of things in my life. You're going to need to be more specific.
Well, it seems he's chosen some kind of amnesia or spell, or just doesn't want to admit he killed our brother Miyagwa. Took the crest for himself, probably fenced it to the first person that you landed on the island with.
Miyagwa died on the boat on the way over here.
Lies! And he strikes out, cracking you across the face. He was too strong for a petty death on a boat. You lie to us.
He told me to look for you guys. I was literally bringing him here because he wanted to get back with his family from all the lost years. And I was journeying with him and he died on the way over here.
Temperance laughs. Make amends. Miyagwa. His only amends would be to drive a blade through our hearts.
Why do you say that? He's never spoken ill of neither one of you.
Well, now he's gone. Or you have him hidden.
He's buried out in the middle of the ocean.
And his crest, you sold. You sold it. We saw what you carry with you. All this money. You got a pretty penny for it.
You idiot. Why would I sell it? Look at my backpack. It's in there. The crest is in there.
And suddenly, the room grows dark for you as you feel Temperance strike you. And your head droops down. And the last thing you hear, he's lying to us. The room grows dark. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Ah. I'm so confused.
Those backstories come back at you.
Well, when he said Dura, I'm like, okay, but it's been a little minute since I read my backstory, so I'm like scrolling. I know who it is. I just gotta try to find it real quick. So I can stay true.
So yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for coming out. We appreciate you stopping by for sure. If you want to find out what's happening next with these two, or if they're even still alive, we'll work with you on new characters through the week.
Not a problem.
And then join us next week on the On the Edge of Darkness. Tricky, shout out to Tricky, keeping Zorramir alive.
Yes,
absolutely.
Thank you.
Tricky, the checks in the mail.
Additional shouts out to Meeple Grand for the raid. Misty Mountain Girl 87 for the follow. Whole card for the follow. Had some subs. Thank you for those that subbed. And Miss Rose with the raid. Absolutely. We love and appreciate you, all that. Another shout out, as we do, for the Midland Mall Comic Con. If you enjoyed tonight, come up and get your own little one shot with myself or Mike, and get to experience D&D for the first hand. And from what I hear, there's going to be like you can buy dice from folks, some of the vendors and stuff that'll be there. Stay for the comic book convention. Come check out the B&B team there as they're broadcasting there. It's going to be a fantastic time. You do not want to miss that. So come by for that. At least come by and say hello. And we are happy to have you. But we are going to let go for tonight. Let's see if I hit everything. Don't forget to check out the rest of eGeekly crew for your streaming needs. Check out King Cuddles. You don't want to miss. I don't think next Sunday he has one because of Super Bowl, but the next week Cuddles Wrestling, fantastic, and a couple of us are in that. And then of course B&B. Yeah, definitely check out Mr. Everyone from eGeekly is freaking fantastic. Check it out for just laughs upon laughs. So much less serious than what we got going on here. We do our fun stuff through the week, so we'll probably see you Wednesday as the only official, unofficial pre-show to B&B. So, all right, let's play it out unless you guys got something to say on top of all this. And,
nope.
All right, let's get something going here. Let's go upbeat. That was really tense. We'll go this one. Oh, we did that one last week. Let's.
I can't believe that worked.